There is a steady shift happening in the adult content industry, and that is the growing awareness of negative effects of mainstream porn, leading many people, especially men, to seek alternatives. In this video, we're going to define mainstream porn, talk about why mainstream porn specifically is pushing people to alternatives. Then we will dive into 4 alternatives to mainstream porn, giving the pros and cons of each one. There is more adult content at our fingertips now more than ever before. In the preparation for this video, I reached out to an old colleague of mine from grad school who actually worked with porn actors. He would work with them to help them understand their boundaries and advocate for their fair treatment. And he confirmed that these alternatives are growing even among actors themselves. So I hope you stay to the end of this video so that you can learn all 4 alternatives and pick one that's best for you and your body. I'll include timestamps, so feel free to use those if you need them. First things first, what do I mean by mainstream porn? Mainstream pornography is defined as content designed for mass appeal, often featuring highly formulaic scenes. It primarily focuses on heterosexual, vaginal, or oral sex, prioritizing the male point of view, often featuring specific body types like large chest or large butt for women, and big muscles and large genitalia for men. Mainstream pornography frequently utilizes themes of aggression, where the female is the object of desire and the male is the active agent or the one in control of the sexual encounter. So there is your broad definition. Now, before we get into the alternatives, I want to quickly touch on why this conversation about alternatives is happening now more than ever. And that's because we as a society have reached a generational tipping point. A significant cultural shift has been underway as men increasingly question their relationship with porn. Porn consumption isn't just a personal problem anymore. It's caused a cultural phenomenon. Unlimited access to mainstream pornography has created this mass rewiring of the male nervous system. Because exposure now starts in adolescence, which is just a fancy word for children. Like, the average age for children to start watching pornography is 10 years old for boys and 12 years old for girls. And by age 16, 70% of boys are watching pornography 4 to 5 times a week, meaning most men nowadays have grown up consuming this content for literally decades, and it's changing their brain. But they are getting to a point where they are questioning it themselves. They are no longer passively consuming this content. Now, I am not shaming anyone for past, present, or future consumption of mainstream porn. I myself struggled with sex addiction. But as more and more research is coming out about the effects of porn on the brain, the effects on social connection become impossible to ignore, there is a movement of men who are stepping away from the screen, looking at their lives and demanding better, even if they don't know right now what better would even look like. So if you know someone in that situation, please consider sending them this video to give them hope and information of alternatives. There's already momentum in communities like the NoFab, rebooting communities, and the somatic wellness communities are all growing rapidly. Which, if you're new here, I'm Elizabeth May, your nervous system nerd, and I am a co-creator of one of those spaces. But more on that later. One more thing before we get into our 4 alternatives, I just want to acknowledge that not all porn consumption is necessarily problematic. I'm not here to shame anyone or to tell you what's best for your body, but I do want you to make informed decisions about your body and your pleasure, and that is why I made this video. So let's get into the alternatives. I want to work through each alternative with kind of the same structures. So we're going to talk about what the alternative is, who it's for, what the research says, and what some of the limitations are for each alternative. Oh, one more thing. So during my research, there was a lot of mention of non-sexual alternatives that some people say really help them to replace pornography in their life, like intense exercise, ice baths, or just other non-sexual practices. But just to clarify, in this video, we will be focusing on the sexual alternatives and we will be discussing adult content. Okay, alternative number 1 is probably the most obvious alternative, but I had to put it in here because it's what research constantly shows as the best alternative for our overall health and well-being. And that is partnered intimacy. Yes, real life sex. Now, when you're doing it solo, as opposed to a partnered sexual encounter, different research comes to different conclusions as to if your brain releases different chemicals. Some research says, yes, it releases different chemicals because you have more bonding with the person. And other research says, no, it doesn't always release more or different chemicals. It really just depends on other factors. My take is that it would be nearly impossible to have the exact same experience alone as opposed to with a partner or even a hookup, because your nervous system is now interacting with another human nervous system. Now, you're probably already thinking about the major limitation to this one, which is that we don't all have partners. In fact, you've probably heard young people nowadays are having less sex, dating less, and getting married less, as opposed to older generations. Okay, alternative 2, mindful masturbation. Mindful masturbation is the practice of self-pleasure without external stimulation, meaning you're not watching anything, you're not listening to anything, you're not reading anything, at least not during the self-pleasure. So this practice involves using your imagination, focusing on your body's internal cues and sensations, rather than passive consumption. You are a more active participant in your own pleasure because you are sort of creating your own internal content. You are guiding yourself into arousal rather than having a video or partner guide you into arousal. The research shows that men who practice this, men who practice mindful masturbation, report higher arousal sensitivity, meaning they are more easily aroused, more satisfying relationships, and reduced performance anxiety, which erectile dysfunction usually comes from performance anxiety, not necessarily like a physical ailment or a chemical imbalance or something. It's normally, as some people say, in your head from performance anxiety. So this helps with that. Limitation to this one. It does require a level of patience, especially if you're used to that external stimulation kind of doing the arousal work for you. So this requires a level of patience and a level of self-awareness because you're building that tolerance for the slow burn of arousal rather than you're watching a video, bam, you're ready to go, right? The video almost like shocks you into that arousal response. So for men who are accustomed to the intense or almost shocking visual content, this is going to be a challenge. I would say a good challenge. I would actually challenge everyone to try it, at least for a little while, at least a few times. So that is mindful masturbation, which is slightly different from our third alternative, which is somatic or guided masturbation. Now let me explain the difference. Guided masturbation is different than mindful masturbation in that it does involve some sort of guided content. I would say most commonly in the form of audio, because research shows that audio is kind of that sweet spot where it's not so cognitively taxing where you're like reading it, although reading can absolutely cause arousal, but it's not so mindless as just watching something with absolutely no dialogue and just like, pounding. So audio is kind of that sweet spot where it's grounding, but also guiding. And this one is my personal favorite and my specialty. I think I mentioned my Patreon. That's where you can find audios that will walk you through this somatic experience. And I design my audios specifically based on nervous system science. And the men who have used it have said things like, it feels like a more pure version of masturbation compared to just using mainstream porn. And I've also had someone say something like he was looking for this his whole life. And he always thought, the mainstream porn got the orgasm wrong. So if you're interested in that, we'd love you in the community. Check out the Patreon link below. So another benefit and another characteristic of somatic or guided masturbation is that it tries to address kind of the deeper reasons that people and men reach for mainstream pornography, which is sometimes just for a nervous system regulation. they're feeling something uncomfortable, they're feeling stressed or restless, and they're trying to feel calm while also feeling pleasure and comfort. And often that drives young men to mainstream porn. So in addition to the benefits that we talked about with mindful masturbation, somatic or guided masturbation, research shows that somatic masturbation strengthens the mind-body connection, increases emotional regulation, and reduces sexual shame. Now let's talk about the limitations to this. This practice, similar to the alternative to the mindfulness masturbation, this requires more patience than just watching a video, and it requires more open-mindedness than just the mindful masturbation. Because when you're being guided, you're ebbing and flowing to the finish line. Also requires a little bit more vulnerability, because often you're connecting your emotional inner world to your body through arousal. And so you're going to be accessing kind of that deeper emotional side of yourself in order to increase mind-body connection and have a more satisfying and powerful release. Another limitation worth mentioning is that this sort of content is a little bit harder to find because it's not mainstream, and it's kind of in that in-between the adult content world and the wellness space. But it can truly be life-changing for your relationship with your body and your relationship with sex. Okay, alternative 4 is written or audio erotica. So this is where you're reading or listening to a very erotic, explicit scene or story to bring you to arousal and cross the finish line. Now, this content is primarily focused on arousal, pleasure, and enjoyment. It is not really worried about nervous system regulation or emotional control, but sometimes that's what we're looking for, just a good story. And this particular alternative kind of taps into the theater of the mind. And these alternatives all have something in common, that they are activating that prefrontal cortex, that more higher thinking part of your brain during arousal. Now, I am working on a video where I'm going to explain the pros and cons of the different mediums of adult content: visual, like video content, audio content, and then written content. So stay tuned, that video is coming very soon.